Welcome, Sooner fans, to Game 2 of the December UCO Series here at Arctic Edge Arena. I'm Elijah Lena, joined by Sky Shrek. Sky, it was a crazy game last night. We have some updates going into Game 2. What have we learned so far?
Yeah, we've learned that OU might be without a couple players tonight. We've got the band going. The Pride of Oklahoma is here, if that is the band noise you are hearing in the background. Brett Forden injured after last night's game, so he will not be playing tonight. There was some questioning on whether McDonald or Swearingen for Oklahoma, who were both thrown out in that early fight, are eligible to play tonight. They were talking about it a little bit during the skate-around. Haven't had conclusive word either way on if they're going to be playing or not. Same goes for UCO's Brandon McDonald, also ejected. Did not see him on the ice for the skate-around here, so we'll see the situation of those players when the game starts, and we'll check if they're on the bench or not.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be sure to keep you updated on that. Sooners dropped Game 1 yesterday here in Arctic Edge. 4-2 was the final score. Broncos took the win. But if you recall, last year, Game 2 in February, Sooners took their win for the first time in 6 years, Sky. We have a video compiled, some of the highlights from that win. We'll go ahead and have you guys take a look at that now.
Tristan Glass gets taken down again. Penalty for Oklahoma. Wolk circles the face-off dot, plays it down to Kagan. Sooners capital 1-1 for UCO. Guerra with McDonald. Guerra on his backhand scores. Zach Guerra, dangerous for Oklahoma, and they're eventually able to clear it. Spring forward Mondu. Ben Mondu has a trailer. Carlisle makes a move. Shot, scores! Owen Carlisle, are you kidding me? Enters it. Shot. Cervantes scores. Carlisle centering feed over to Fodrell. Couldn't get it on the one time. Fodrell off the post. Second chance there. Tip scores! Celebrate Mr. Mandu as the Québécois cashes in. He finds Aaron Best. He's got Payne as an option. Played to Nate Payne. Shot, scores! Nate Payne doubles the lead for Oklahoma. UCO comes away with it. Sooners lose a stick, and away is Nate Payne. Nate Payne in, on, goal, shot, scores! Seventh heaven in Edmond as the Oklahoma Sooners will come away with the victory. And for the first time in 5 years, OU says good morning, good afternoon, and good night, UCO Broncos.
And it might be the Bronco barn, but it is the Sooners' house tonight. Oklahoma walking away with a 5-2 win. 48 seconds left in this third and final.
What a win that was, Sky. It was a great game to watch, great game to witness. It was quite eventful, as you recall. But what are the Sooners going to have to do here if they want to get back in this series, get a win on the board, get things going into winter break?
They're going to have to penetrate that UCO defense that was so stingy pretty much all game long last night. Their goalkeeper, Hunter Farrer, was electric all night long, made so many good saves to keep UCO in this game. They'll either go up against him or Caden King or Josh Henson, one of the UCO goalkeepers. They've split time evenly in threes so far this year. And whoever is out there in goal is going to have to stop that OU attack. That took about 40 shots last game.
Yeah, it was an intense game for both goaltenders. Remember Brendan Ford getting ejected, obviously, but Grayson Payne stepping in, doing a great job, minus that one shaky goal he let in there. But either way, both goaltenders doing an exceptional job. Be on the lookout for that to continue. UCO has a history of having great goaltenders. But we will step aside for now, let the intro roll, and then the pregame ceremonies commence. Don't go anywhere. First period action coming up next.
Says no! The shot scores!
chance saved by BCB.
Incredible job by the Sooners. So much chaos in front of the net there.
And welcome, Sooner Nation, to Game 2 of the December UCO Series here at Arctic Edge Arena. I'm Elijah Lena, joined by Sky Shrek. Boy, that's a mouthful. We're just about to get things underway here in this first period after those eventful pregame ceremony. Sky, notice something we talked about in the pregame. Blake Swearingen potentially not starting, suspended after the fight in Game 1, but he's on the starting lineup, so it looks like he's going to get the start.
Yes, Swearingen will be getting the start today on that starting lineup. So he was not suspended after being ejected early on in last one, and he will be playing tonight. We only saw him out there for part of the pregame warm-up, I believe, with the discussion about that incident last night. So maybe a little less warm-up for him than he would have liked.
Yeah, no, for sure. I do not see Josh McDonald on the bench as of now. He was the other Sooner that might have been suspended in the fight last night. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for him if we do see him, though. And then just a reminder, Brendan Forden injured in last night's game. Grayson Payne will get the start. He was ejected from Game 1, but he's back for Game 2. He will be in net for the Sooners.
Anthony LaCroix, the other dressed goalkeeper for OU. Payne was the only one they had left last night, but LaCroix is dressed in case the Sooners need him.
Yeah, and Josh Henson in net for the Broncos on the other side of the ice. We had Hunter Farr in net in Game 1. He was electric. Both goalies were electric in Game 1. Josh Henson, a new one for UCO tonight. We'll see how he performs against this Sooners offense that at times can be very fast, at times can also slow down, especially in the second period. But regardless, we are underway here for Game 2. Garrett Narva's on the faceoff. He loses the faceoff to UCO. UCO works its way in. They get hung up in the neutral zone. Sooners look to regroup. Mitchell Wilson gets the pass down. Narvaez tries to break up. Caden Martin going the other way. He crosses the blue line. He's got Tristan Glass in the center. Martin with the shot. That one goes wide of Henson. Caden Martin circles the circles. Gets it back to Ryan Carr. Carr will walk the blue line. Carr with the shot. Saved by Henson. Good first look there from Blake Swearingen on the blue line. Sooners get the first shot of the game.
Again, Chippy already, a little bit of talking down there between So Caden Martin and a couple UCO players. Only took 30 seconds for that to start. We're not expecting the theatrics that we saw last night, but this game's always a little more physical than the others on the schedule.
I can say you could expect it. We'll see what happens as this one unfolds. Sooners on the face-off in UCO zone. Face-off lost. UCO takes a Sam Sykes with the face-off win. They get it back. Ryan Carr there, interceptor in the neutral zone. Carr just opts to dump it into Henson. Henson plays it back. And that's Charlie Blake, dumps it into the corner. That puck shoots behind the crease. Mike Amala with it on the other side. Amala finds the centerman. That shot gets blocked away by UCO. UCO comes away with it. Charlie Blake just bats it down in the neutral zone. He's got guys with him. Sorry, Carson Spear rather. That hit. Both going to the ice there. Broker with it for UCO. He just dumps it over to Charlie Blake. Carson Spear comes with it again. Opts to go for the hit. UCO comes away with it. Christopher Young hands it off. Blake tries to get there. He's not able to. And that puck looks like it might have just gone up into the bench of UCO.
Fast. Yeah. I was going to say fast play early here from both teams. A little bit of contact, a little bit of hits. Both teams are trying to make something happen in the early stages of this game. It's so cool that we have the pride of Oklahoma here tonight.
Oh, it's great. We do it every year. We're so thankful that they get to come out and support the Sooners.
You'll hear them all game long.
Yeah, no, Nate Payne on the faceoff for the Sooners. Dumps that one back for Carson Stuckey. Stuckey with the shot. That gets deflected up into the safety netting.
Cole Stuckey had a chance there, just went off the skate, wasn't able to get much out of it, and it'll be another attacking zone faceoff here for the Sooners.
Yeah, we saw this in game one. Sooners dominating in the first period. We'll see how that continues, and we'll see how they play the second period. Kind of slower for them in game one last night. Nate Payne on the faceoff. He wins it. Sooners look to play the puck in the offensive zone. So UCO comes away with it. Christopher Young hits that puck up into the safety netting. We'll get another faceoff for the Sooners in the UCO zone.
Yeah, they're going to give him a new puck right here, and we will get back going in just a moment. So you ready to go?
Looks like Nate Payne's going to take the faceoff again for the Sooners. The lineman talks things over, and the players get situated. Carter Demelo on the faceoff for UCO. That puck shoots into the slot, but UCO is able to clear it. Muhammad Onada. Here come the Sooners trying to get on the forecheck. Not quite able to. UCO comes away with it. Jeffrey Redmond tries to dump it in. Sooners get head in their defensive mode. Onada just clears it to Payne. Onada still with the puck. He's trying to survey his options. Ends up falling short. It looks like that just might be Swearingen. And we're going to get some pushing and shoving early. Crowd getting into it.
You have to all sit back down.
That shot finds the pads of Grayson Payne. Mitchell Wilson passes the puck. UCO still keep control of it. Here they come into the neutral zone now. Mitchell Wilson. Wilson opting to dump it in. Grayson Payne will go to rebound it. Gets it back to Alex Kagan, and that shot is deflected into UCO's zone. Here's Griffin Joy trying to get some speed, win the puck battle, and he does. Sooners regroup momentarily, but it's back in UCO's hands. So they come away with it. Hogan for UCO just trying to play. He's not able to. Here come the Sooners the other way. Brother Josh Bishop dumps it over to Hogan. Hogan over to Doucet. Doucet, who got the goal in one of the goals in game one. Not able to come up with it. Kagan tries to go for the clear. That one finds the UCO defender. And we go back and forth here in the Sooners zone. UCO comes up with it. That pass just slips by the defender for UCO. Shot back in. Gets deflected by the Sooners. Here they come the other way. That shot. UCO just looking to regroup. Puck finds Carter Demelo. Demelo surveys his options. Caden Martin pestering him, and that puck goes shooting back. Grayson Payne's going to want the icing call, and he's going to get it.
Aggressive first couple sequences here. Both teams looking for opportunities. It looked like Doucet was going to get one there for a second, but OU's defense was able to take him off the puck.
Yeah, no, and if you recall in game one, he got that weird out-of-character breakaway goal. Sooners not known to give much of those up so far in this season. We'll see if he can do that again. The Sooners will try and take a stop to it as Garrett Narvez takes the face off. Cullen Hogan wins it. Sooners are able to recover it. Narvaez with it, skates to the slot. Henson opts to dump the puck out, and he does so. And the Sooners will get another icing call.
Keeping the pressure on. This is going to be another face-off in the attacking zone for Oklahoma. Still looking to get some shots on the board here. I've had a couple chances, but nothing that's really too troubled the UCO keeper so far today.
Yeah, so far, shots kind of finding their way wide of the net. So see if the Sooners will make a change for that. Garrett Narvaez again on the face-off. Going up against Cullen Hogan. Hogan wins it. Sooners go into the forward check. There's Tristan Glass, rather. He's hung up against the boards with UCO. He comes free. He's going to try and find a man, and he does. Alex Kagan on the blue line. Blue line pass over to Ryan Carr. Carr trying to deke a man out. Looking for the tip, not able to find it. Just finds Frank Mondi for UCO. Here's Kagan with a shot. Gets stuck behind the boards. Caden Martin comes free with it. He's going to try and look for a pass here. Gets over to Narvaez. Narvaez centering feed just goes wide. Ryan Carr with the slap shot goes wide as well. And the Sooners keeping UCO hemmed in their own zone. Another shot. Hung up again. And UCO comes away with it. Cullen Hogan try and just get this puck out of his zone if he can. He dumps it back to Frank Mondi. Mondi puts on the Jets, and he's going through the neutral zone. He gets hung up by Tristan Glass, who just opts to clear it. Puck makes its way back to the defenseman. Cervantes for UCO. Cervantes just trying to make something work here. Sooners come away with it. Here's Mike Amala trying to chase it, but he's not able to. Mitchell Wilson will retrieve it for UCO. Sooners get some tired legs off the ice.
Cervantes is always a presence out there. He's got the puck right now on defense. Biggest player on that UCO team, 6'5", and you feel every inch of it.
Yeah, no, he's a giant. He was a giant last series, too. Here's Amala, though. Amala into the offensive zone. He looks for the pass. Again, that shot just goes wide. And the Sooners unable to come up with one. Shot from the point. That one finds its way wide of the net. Sooners look to regroup here. Carson Spear just looking to get the pass over to Charlie Blake. He ends up finding Amala. Amala behind the net. Henson looking to make the save. He's not quite able to yet. Carson Stuckey finds his way with it. And the puck ends up working its way out. UCO comes away with it. David Thompson. Thompson ends up shooting the puck up and out of play.
So I think they're going to get an icing on that one potentially there for UCO, and that will give Oklahoma another face-off in their attacking end. They're going for some long shots here is what we've seen early, but they haven't really been able to stick them on the target too much as of yet.
Yeah, no, a lot of the shots so far have just been either getting a deflection or finding their way wide of the net. Neither team really able to put anything on target just yet. Nate Payne's going to try and make a change to that. On the blue line for the Sooners, Ryan Carr. Looks like Blake Swearingen on the other side for the defenseman. And we'll just situate some things as the band gets into it for OU. And we're underway. UCO wins the faceoff. They're bringing it back. Notice dump it out to Ryan Carr. Carr unable to play it. Finds Swearingen. Swearingen over to Skylar Baucom, and that puck finds UCO. Mitchell Wilson for UCO. Surveys, just opts to get the pass off. So the puck just kind of gets hemmed in the boards here. Refs yelling to move it. They're able to. Nate Payne tries to find it, but just gets swept up into the hands of UCO. Josh Bishop. Here come the Sooners, though, looking to get something going behind the net. And the puck, once again, finding the back of the boards. Mitchell Wilson and Josh Bishop for UCO find their way with it. Here's Bishop working his way through the neutral zone, trying to deke out Ryan Carr, and he does. Tristan Davidson is able to come away with it. Goes for a skate, dumps it back, almost turns it over. Blake Swearingen just able to get the clear when he needs it.
Oklahoma really trying to get in this UCO backline early here.
Yeah, and here they come again. That shot just going wide of the crease. Griffin Joy trying to play it for the Sooners. He's able to get it back. Swearingen again. He's been on the ice for a really long time. Carson Glass surveys, opts to just keep moving forward. And Andrew Cervantes will opt to just dump it in for UCO. Ryan Carr surveys. He gets hung up with Frank Mondi. He gets the pass off. Josh Bells with some space. He gets that shot. Finding Henson, he makes the save.
A lot of early pressure from Oklahoma. 4 shots for the Sooners, still none for the UCO Broncos. Oklahoma doing a good job of keeping the pressure on early in this game, as UCO really hasn't been able to get a good attack going yet and put some real challenges in on Grayson Payne.
Yeah, and then Sam Sykes on the faceoff for UCO. Sooners will win it, though. It's Griffin Joy just looks to make something work there. Josh Bell's able to come in and help him. Looks like Bells went down. Sooners come away with it, though. Shot, Carson Stuckey goes wide. Brendan Wolf will survey for the Sooners. He dumps it in. And UCO will grip it. Here's Henson. Henson able to dump it off for Christopher Young. Young waiting to get some fresh bodies on. And he's able to find Sam Sykes. He's got Mitchell Wilson. He'll go to Wilson. Wilson with the pass up to Sykes. Sykes with speed through the neutral zone. Garen Narvis trying to get behind him. That shot goes wide. Sooners get a lucky break there. UCO look to go again. But here comes Griffin Joy going the other way. Joy in alone. Not quite able to do anything. And UCO will clear it into the hands of Alex Kagan for the Sooners. Tristan Glass for the Sooners, able to work his way in. He finds Brendan Wolf. Wolf gets hung up. The Sooners keep it moving. Garen Narvez. And UCO picks the pocket. Here comes UCO going the other way. Dekes him out. And that puck ends up into the neutral zone. Or sorry, behind the boards. Caden Martin able to just dump it through. And here comes Alex Kagan. He gets tripped up. Looking for a penalty he's not going to get. And that puck just shoots back into Grayson Payne.
Hagan and Carr always stars on that Oklahoma defense. They're the top line pairing for the Sooners, and they have really done a good job all year of keeping defenders away from the center of the ice.
Yeah, they've done a great job. Henson tries to play it for UCO. Here's Frank Mondi. He gets pestered by the Sooners. And there's Carson Spear. Carson Spear with some speed. That shot tipped out and wide. And that puck coming through. Here's Mike Amala. He's got all the time in the world. He'll just look to get some guys open. He opts to dump the puck in. Gets hung up behind the play. Carson Spear with it. Trying to work it out. And here comes UCO going the other way. Getting tripped up there. Crowd getting into it. Here's Mike Amala just trying to make something happen. He's not able to. Josh Bishop for UCO just trying to get something to go. But Charlie Blake's got all the answers. He's working his way through. And UCO comes up with it. Here comes UCO with some numbers down the other way. Cullen Hogan. And that shot into the crease. Grayson Payne not able to make the save, but the puck shoots out wide. Here comes Michael Mall the other way. He gets tripped up by Mitchell Wilson. Crowd looking for a penalty. Someone's looking for a penalty, and they're not going to get it. And we have bodies flying everywhere.
It's always physical versus UCO. We're seeing that already tonight. There's another hit.
Certainly, yeah, crowds.
And this is going to be a moment.
No, UCO comes away with it. Connor Homan. Grayson Payne opts to play it. He dumps it back to Blake Swearingen. Swearingen getting a lot of minutes early on here. Brendan Wolf dumps it back to Sam Sykes. And here comes the Sooners the other way. Tristan Davidson. Davidson with speed. He looks to take the shot. Not able to get it. Still surveying. And that puck fighting the hands of UCO. Carl DeMello. DeMello takes it away. And we'll get an offsides call.
We're getting a lot of very fast-paced hockey and a lot of long sequences of hockey so far early on. OU crowd is rocking. The Pride is on it here as always.
No, absolutely. First period was fast last night. Not surprised to see it fast again here tonight. Yeah. We'll see what happens as this game continues to right itself.
I was going to say, second and third periods went really quick. First was kind of interrupted by that early 10-minute stoppage in play around that fight early on. So getting some time knocked off the clock here early and getting some really good hockey. The band is into it down there in this corner of the ice.
Totally. Robert Rebroker there for UCO, just taking the hit into the boards. Garen Narvez for the Sooners just tries to dump it out. He's not quite able to. He's getting hung up. Nate Payne will try again. He also gets hung up. And that puck out into the safety netting. Alex Kagan looks like, and we'll get some fighting. And they're going at it already. Refs quick to break this one up, though. Carson Stuckey in there, Alex Kagan as well for the Sooners. But the refs are quick to break this one up. as the Pride plays away. It's so nice to have him in the building.
It's so fun. We're used to the Arctic Edge playlist. You got a lot of Daft Punk, some Stardust, a little bit of that. Nice to have a real live band in the house.
Absolutely.
Still got Seven Nation Army going, though.
I
OU
know.
Classic.
It is an OU classic. Carson Spear on the faceoff for the Sooners. He'll be going up against Jeffrey Redmond for UCO in the Sooner zone. Crowd getting into this one. And Redmond's going to win it. That quick shot, not able to find any ground. Mitchell Wilson. And that puck just finds its way out and almost into the crowd. We'll get another offensive zone faceoff here. It was Jeffrey Redmond who hit that shot out for UCO.
UCO finally putting a little bit of pressure on. Haven't been able to do that much to the Sooners in the first 10 minutes of this game, but now with another faceoff in the attacking zone, they've got another opportunity to grab an early goal here.
Carson Spear wins the faceoff. He gets it back to Brendan Wolf. Wolf will look for a pass. Not able to find it. He just finds the glove of Mitchell Wilson. Charlie Blake comes away with it. He's able to work his way in, but not much further. Brendan Wolf's going to have to go back to retreat from a charging UCO Broncos. Redmond gets hung up in the boards. Shot finds it way back to Cervantes. Here's Brendan Wolf again for the Sooners. He looks for the pass. Able to find Carson Spear. Ryan Carr tries to get something going, but he is pestered the whole way by UCO. Here's Andrew Cervantes. Able to find Hogan. Hogan gets the pass back. Quick shot here for UCO. That shot losing the crease. Sooners come away with it. Carson Spear going the other way for the Sooners. He's got some pace. Looks to find his men. Here's Ryan Carr. Ryan Carr trying to take a man out. Tries to pick a piece. He's not able to. UCO trying to get someone going the other way. They're interrupted by Nate Monticelli, who just gets hung up here by the Sooners. Tristan Glass, rather, trying to find some people. He gets Josh Bells with him. UCO will try and stave off the Sooner attack here. Josh Bells just tries to play on the forecheck. He gets pestered against the boards. And Cullen Hogan comes away with it for UCO. Hogan ups to dump it in. Gets back to Kagan. Kagan just looking to retrieve it here from a charging Sebastian Doucet. He pulls off, and here come the Sooners the other way. Carson Glass dumps it over to his brother Tristan Glass. Finds Carson Glass again. Andrew Cervantes for UCO just pestering the boards. And that puck finds its way loose of the OU offensive zone. Here's Brendan Wolf, rather. Alex Kagan just looking to get something going here. Splits the D, tries to get wide. That shot just going behind the net for for the Sooners. Once again getting pestered. Shot in on Henson. That one's going to get saved.
A little more pressure there for Oklahoma early on, especially over the last, I'd say, minute and a half or so. They've been able to create some pressure in that attacking zone. The OU offense has looked better early than the UCO offense has, but both teams are still looking to find the net. And I wonder if UCO's goaltending is going to be another theme tonight.
It has been in every game we've played with them. UCO currently behind the shot department. Sooners leading 6-2. Reflection of the zone time. Sooners had way more time in the UCO zone. Indicative of this faceoff. Here's Nate Payne. He wins the faceoff. Gets back to another Sooner. Brendan Wolf will just dump it in, but he's not able to get too far with it. Brendan Wolf gets the pocket picked, and UCO is going to get an offsides. It's Carter DeMello, for UCO.
DeMello, UCO's leading scorer and goal scorer so far in the year. 16 goals, 6 assists for him. Been a major factor for UCO, but hasn't been able to find the net so far in this series against OU.
Yeah, Cole Stuckey with the face-off win, or not the win, but just rather receiving the puck. Grayson Payton pays it back to him. And that puck finding Brendan Wolf, and then Tristan Davidson. Davidson waits around, finds Skylar Bachman, but ends up getting hit on the play. There's still some pushing and shoving behind the play. Here's UCO going the other way. That shot from Frank Mondi going behind the net. Nate Payne gets a stick ripped out of his hands, and we're going to get a penalty here against UCO. So Sooners with the early power play, the opportunity to make something work.
I think 14 minutes without a penalty is longer than any point we went last night without one.
Yeah, it was penalty city.
We saw a lot of penalties, a lot of power plays in game 1, some 4-on-4, some 5-on-3. This is the first time anyone's going to go to the box tonight, and it is going to be number 21 for UCO, Robbie Rebroker in the box.
This is a slashing call.
Oklahoma gets the advantage here. 6 minutes left in the first.
So Sooners getting their first power play of the night, trying to get the crowd into it. Tristan Glass will lead this one in. He's got Amala on the blue line with him. Not able to win the faceoff, though. So UCO comes away with it. Amala recovers it. Dumps the puck into Caden Martin. Finds Amala again. He's not able to hold on to it. And Alex Kagan will look to retreat. He's got a charging Bronco on his tail. He finds Nate Monticelli. He's just not able to get the puck. Here comes UCO the other way. Hogan, that shot going wide. Tristan Glass gets some time with it. He's able to try and get the Sooners set back up again. Got Caden Martin. Caden Martin with the shot. Not able to find the back of the net. Here's Alex Kagan again. Kagan over to Amala. Sooners just trying to get set up here. Here's Martin on the forecheck. He gets hung up. Gets it back to Kagan. Kagan will slow things down. Quick shot. That one gets deflected. Colin Hogan getting pinned up with Caden Martin on the boards. Now Tristan Glass joins the party. Sooners not able to come away with it just yet. Still getting pestered. It looks like Amala's got it. Amala has it. He's trying to look for the shot. He gets the shot. That one gets deflected by Hogan. Caden Martin gets it back to Amala. Amala over to Kagan. Kagan with the shot. Gets blocked up in front by Frank Monty, and Kagan goes down. And we'll get some extracurriculars here. It looks like maybe Kagan got caught up high there. I'm not really sure what happened. We'll see if anything comes of it.
50 seconds left on the power play right now for the Sooners, and we are going to get a penalty on OU. Going to be a cross-check for Alex Kagan, and that'll make it 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds, a UCO power play for the minute 10 after.
Yeah, and Alex Kagan going to the box for the Sooners. He was really confused on how he was the one that ended up with that call. But nonetheless, we'll go 4-on-4, even strength for the time being. The Sooners look to just try and get this one out of their zone. Carson Spear looks to take the face off. He'll go against Jeffrey Redmond. Spear, Redmond gets settled, and Redmond wins it. Redmond back to Wilson. Wilson not able to keep it in his zone, and he has to go back. Amala pestering him. Amala still pestering him. He ends up picking his pocket and takes it to the boards. Cervantes for UCO over to Redmond. Redmond back to Cervantes. Cervantes just trying to look for some guys. He's trying to work his way into the Sooner zone, but he gets hung up. And then the puck finds the back behind Grayson Payne. And Ryan Carr will just try and get a pass going. Excuse any language you might hear from the bench below. Ryan Carr is trying to work it in. That shot wide. Deflected by Henson. And Jeffrey Redmond for UCO will go the other way. Redmond surveying his options. He's got guys with him. Takes the shot. Goes wide of the net. Here comes Carson Spear just getting hung up with Cervantes. Carson Spear comes away with it. Just trying to get some space, but he is getting pestered all the way. And he's able to try and pick two pockets. He can't, though. UCO coming in. That shot deflected.
Power
Sebastian
play
Doucette
over.
with a shot. Doucette again. Over to Sykes. Sykes looks for the shot. Not able to get that shot by Redmond. Not able to find the back of the net.
4-on-4 is over. Power play still on for UCO for another 42 seconds, but they weren't able to get anything for the first 30 seconds or so with a man advantage. They'll look to build from the back here like they do often in the power play.
Yeah, and here come the Broncos the other way. Just looking to try and get on the forecheck if they can. And they do. Doucette just opts to dump it in. Finds Bishop. Bishop hung up against the boards with Brendan Wolf rather. And that puck just not moving an inch behind Grayson Payne. Refs yelling at them to move it. They're not able to just yet. Here it goes. UCO, Sam Sykes opts to pass it over. Takes the shot. That one blocked completely by Cole Stuckey, laying his body on the line. And he gets the clear, bringing an end to the UCO power play. What a block shot there by Cole Stuckey.
When we saw 4-on-4 last game, it was kind of biased towards the Sooners, but in the 45 seconds of 4-on-4 we got there, both teams played pretty even. And OU did a great job of putting pressure on, even during the UCO power play. They didn't get much of a chance at all on Grayson Payne.
Yeah. There was so many blocking of shots for the Sooners last game. Not surprised to see it continue. Here's a shot into the crease, just goes wide. Josh Bell's retrieving it. Nate Monticelli with a shot. That one gets blocked by Duce. And Payne will just dump it in. He tries to find a Sooner, and he does. Frank Mondi keeping it pinned against the board for UCO. Here's Josh Bells, goes for a skate. Gets back to Payne. And that puck just finding its way out. Duce looking for something, and he's not able to get it. Puck's still loose in the slot. Sebastian Duce able to come away with it. He just opts to dump that one in. Finds Redmond. Redmond with some speed. Looks for the shot. Grayson Payne with the save.
Covers it up for the Sooners. UCO's got a couple shots here recently, up to 7 on goal. None of them able to pierce Grayson Payne so far. And with 2 minutes left in the first period, we're still tied here at Arctic Edge in a game that has seen some great chances from both sides, but nothing able to find the net.
Yeah, absolutely. And Grayson Payne with a huge save there. Just able to kind of read the puck the whole way through. Comes up big with his glove, as he has done all season long. Sam Sykes on the faceoff for UCO. He's able to win it. That quick shot goes wide. It was Carter DeMello. Sooners just looking to regroup, and they do. Some pass action. Brendan Wolf skirts his way through the neutral zone, and that puck just evading Charlie Blake. Brendan Wolf finding the puck again. He'll have to chase it all the way down. DeMello for UCO pestering him, and Kagan finds his way with it. Gets it to Carson Spear. He's got Blake on his side. Tries to go for the pass. That's completely blocked by Mitchell Wilson. Carter DeMello just trying to skirt by the Sooners, and he does. DeMello with the pass. Not able to find anybody just yet. Sooners Kagan just opts to dump it in. He'll find Hogan. Hogan surveys. Dumps it back over to Kagan. Hit behind the play there by UCO. And Amala just dumps it over to Spear, who dumps it right back to him. And the Sooners will go for a line change. UCO just waiting to get some guys on the ice. Get set up, I should say. Frank Mondi tries to take it in, and he can't just yet. Garen Narvez pestering him behind his net. Mondi's still holding onto the puck. And they'll come away with it. Here's Hogan. Hogan back to Mondi. Mondi gets the pass. That one evades Ryan Carr, and this one goes all the way behind Grayson Payne. UCO will look to get set up here, and they're not quite able to yet. Quick shot, not able to find it. That one goes in on the pad save. Shot again. Goes wide of Grayson Payne. Frank Mondi has to go all the way back and retrieve this puck. He'll get Caden Martin as some company. Tristan Glass just feeds Ryan Carr there. Carr looking for options. He's not able to find it, just gets tripped up. Sebastian Duce trying to get in front of the Sooners. He can't just yet. Sooners will look to regroup. Nate Payne taking a hit, and that is the end of the first period. We are scoreless here in Arctic Edge.
Aggressive period for both sides. A lot of good chances. 8 shots on goal for the Broncos, 6 for the Sooners. None able to find the net yet. We stay scoreless.
Yeah, it's been an aggressive start to the game. We expect that to happen, of course, but so far scoreless. Don't go anywhere, though. First Intermission report coming up after this.
Hello, Sooner fans. Welcome to the OU Hockey TV Intermission Report. My name is Darby McCormick, and I'll be the host alongside Elijah and Sky. And hey, Period 1 is over, and it is scoreless. What are y'all guys' thoughts?
Just right off the bat, how much more of a fast-paced game this is compared to the end of Game 1. UCO kind of coming out with a bit of a jump. Sooners able to match it. I'd be curious to see how that carries over into the second period, though.
Yeah, it felt like in the first game after that big fight early, it kind of calmed down a little bit. Today has just been going from the jump. Like, these teams have really been getting into it, getting aggressive, and we've seen a lot more fast-paced play in the first period.
Exactly. Like you said, tensions were super high in period 1 of last game, and today it has been very, very much back and forth. So what are some of the key differences that y'all should see from OU hockey in order for period 2 to be different than the first?
I think OU just needs to focus on getting quality shots on the net. They were starting to do that towards the end of the first period, and you could tell just Henson for UCO is making more quality saves, but OU's going to need to put more shots on target if they're going to want to find the back of the net.
Yeah, Oklahoma, like you said, just was taking a lot of wide shots, wasn't really able to center the puck, get it to the center of the ice. They need to do that if they're going to find some goals here in this period. Defense has been pretty good, though. I think the defense has done a good job, and they're going to need to stay good if Oklahoma wants to keep UCO off the board.
Exactly. Well, Sooner fans, we've got about less than 4 minutes until period 2, so keep it right here on OU Hockey TV for more.
And welcome back. Second period, about to get underway for the Sooners and UCO. Sooners just taking the ice now as you're taking a live look at Boomer, making his way through the stands. We have not seen Sooner yet. If we do, we'll be sure to keep you updated.
I'm shocked you can tell the difference. What is it?
I believe Boomer's red and Sooner is white. Or wears red, Sooner wears white.
Good to know. There you go.
But yeah.
He's getting some selfies up there with all the OU fans who came out to this one.
We didn't get to touch on it in the intermission report, but one of the players I want to look out for in the second period, Ryan Carr. He, if you recall, Sooner fans, went down with an injury earlier in the season, had a few slow games back. Didn't quite look like he did pre-injury, but today he's been buzzing all over the ice. He looks ready to go. Yeah,
there's been a couple of Sooners I've been watching. Kagan, as always, has been aggressive on the ice. He's been a major factor in keeping this game scoreless so far. Garen Narvaez is also getting after it on the attacking end, making some tough plays to try to get this goal.
Yeah, so many rookies this season just stepping up for the Sooners. Talked about Garen Narvaez, Caden Martin as well. Started off kind of slow this season, but he's really found his form. As UCO takes the ice.
I really like these UCO jerseys.
They're cool jerseys. I wish they had nameplates on them. It'd make our job a lot easier.
There's a lot of great jersey game in the ACHA. OU, iconic. UCO one's really nice. When OU played Colorado State a couple weeks ago, that was also a great jersey matchup.
Those Colorado State jerseys were awesome. Some of the coolest I've seen. OU has that third jersey, that gray one. Surprised they didn't bring it out last night. We'll see if they bring it out in February against UCO. It is an away jersey, technically. But we'll get ready to go here as Nate Payne and Hogan exchange some words by the benches. Cullen Hogan on the faceoff for UCO. Looks like it's going to be Carson Spear for the Sooners. Lineman counts things down. And we are underway here in period 2. Michael Malo just trying to come away that he can't. Andrew Cervantes just opts to dump it in for a streaking Sebastian Duce. Duce not able to come up with it. And that puck rockets its way around the board. Sooners get pestered, trying to find it. No one coming up with the puck just yet, and they do. Alex Kagan trying to dump it back, and he can't just yet. There's Hogan. Hogan gets his pocket picked by Kagan. And now the Sooners come the other way. Here's Amala with some space. Amala surveys, gets the pass over. Shot by Charlie Blake. That one not able to find the back of the net. We got a UCO player down behind the play. That net coming off of its mooring. We'll take a stoppage here.
That was Josh Bishop for UCO going down, making that deflection to keep the puck out of the net. And he'll get back up, and he will start skating over to their bench.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of fell awkwardly into the side of the net there. Fortunate that the nets come off so easily here at Arctic Edge, but not a pleasant thing I can imagine at all.
Yeah. Bishop's going to head back to the bench, and they will get a new line out there for UCO.
Yeah, Nate Payne going to take the face-off for the Sooners. He'll be going up against Sam Sykes.
Sam Sykes, a player we saw a lot of. He's got a lot of speed for UCO. Was making some plays last game.
Yeah, absolutely. UCO takes it. The music's still playing. UCO just trying to skate their way around the Sooners, and that puck ends up going into the safety netting.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times this game. I've seen that quite a bit at Arctic Edge, especially, that netting a little bit lower than in some other rinks, and you get that kind of easy hitting in safety netting.
Yeah, that was Connor Homan for UCO, just lifting the puck up a little too high there. No delay of game penalties in the ACHA for lifting the puck up into the net. We'll reset here. Payne not able to win the faceoff, but he's able to come away with it. He gets tripped up behind the play. That part out to Trey Davidson, not able to find it. And Rebroker will try to skirt his way through some Sooners. Not able to do it just yet. Ryan Carr trying to come up with it, and he does. He'll work his way through the neutral zone. Gets over to Payne. Payne just trying to enter on sides, and he does. And that shot going up once again into the safety netting by Henson.
By the way, fun stat, Robbie Rebroker was the penalty for UCO in the first period. He is currently UCO's overall leader in penalty minutes this season by quite a margin. So we've seen him in the box a couple times this series. He plays tough out there on the ice. That's maybe a consequence of that.
Yeah, definitely a physical player. Some of the Sooners, I'm sure, are well acquainted with. Josh Bell's on the faceoff for the Sooners, going up against Jeffrey Redman. Redman will win it. He's been winning tons of faceoffs so far in this game. Nate Monticelli just gets the pass over to Bells. He's hung up by Redmond. Bell's still hung up by Redmond, and Cervantes comes away with it for UCO. Cervantes just trying to get a pass off. He's able to find his teammate. And that puck making its way back into the neutral zone where he finds Cole Stuckey. Stuckey trying to get over to Monticelli, and he can't quite yet. Cervantes just trying to get it away for his own goaltender. And that puck works its way back out into the neutral zone yet again. Sooners been on the attack here for quite some time. As Brendan Wolf gets the pass over to Bells. Bells gets hit up by Redmond. Not able to do much, though. Monticelli just opts to dump it in on the forecheck. Here's Carson Glass. Tries to get something going. He can't just yet. As Christopher Young holds him up. And now Narvis will just look to pass it over, and he does. He finds Swearingen, who just opts to dump it in. Cervantes for UCL will try and retrieve it. He's going to get attacked. And he just opts to pass it over. It's Josh Bishop. Caden Martin works his way in. Not able to find anything just yet. That shot on the wraparound ends up getting, I believe the net got knocked off there, and it did.
Josh Henson, the third of 3 UCO goalkeepers in terms of goals allowed this season, but you wouldn't be able to tell because he's pitched a shutout so far today. 8 shots on target for OU, none in the net right now. And they're going to keep the pressure on here early in the second period with another face-off in the offensive zone.
Yeah, interesting Glass on the face-off for the Sooners. One of the best in the face-off circle. See if he wins this one. And he does. Gets it over to Narvaez. That quick shot goes into Henson and deflected wide. Narvaez again trying to get it into the forecheck. Sooners still getting hung up on the boards. Redmond able to come away with it for UCO. He gets it back to Cervantes. Cervantes over to Bishop. Back to Cervantes, who's just trying to get it away from his tender. Caden Martin dumps it back to Ryan Carr. Ryan Carr with some space. Quick shot up into the glove of Josh Henson.
Good save there. Grabbed that with the glove, held it to his chest to make the stop. Caden Martin talking with the UCO player. The refs are going to get in there and push them apart.
Yeah, refs not letting anything fly tonight.
No. Jeffrey Redmond was the UCO player having a discussion with Caden Martin. Redmond back to the bench. Looks like both teams going to have some players go back to the bench as it's a line change here. Coming out for both sides, Carson Spiro will be on the face-off for the Sooners.
Spiro unable to win it. Goes back to Mitchell Wilson, who just opts to dump it around to Redmond. Redmond not able to do much with it. Or, I'm sorry, Josh Bishop. Bishop just dumps it into Carson Spear. And that puck makes its way wide. Here's Mitchell Wilson. Intercepted by Amala. Amala with a quick shot on the slot. Scores! Mike Amala with the shot right down the middle of the slot. And the Sooners take the lead early in this second period.
Took 11 shots, but they finally broke the defense of UCO. 3 minutes here in the second period. Mike Amala has one for the Sooners.
What a goal by Mike Amala. He'd been trying all sorts of angles last game. Finally able to come away with it.
Mike Amala's 8th goal of the year for the Oklahoma Sooners. 2nd on the team, right behind Charlie Blake.
Garen Narvaez on the faceoff for the Sooners. And we'll stop things here. Linesman telling some of the players to back up away from the faceoff circle. UCO comes away with it. Frank Mondi with some speed, able to enter, and just opts to dump it in. Ryan Carr there to retrieve it. Tristan Glass finds Narvaez. Narvaez trying to just work his way in. Ryan Carr wanted the pass, unable to find it just yet. That slot shot by Tristan Glass, not able to find the back of the net. UCO coming the other way. They get a clean entry. And that shot loose in the net. Grayson Payne comes up with it. And we'll get some pushing and shoving here after this one.
Kagan down there going after it with a UCO defender. I believe that is Robbie Rebroker down there for UCO.
Yeah, and we still got some.
Well, we mentioned Rebroker likes to play physical.
Got a Sooner.
Might end up in the box again here.
Sooner down on the ice. It might be Carr, but he makes his way back up into his feet. Yeah, he looks to be skating on his own.
And it will be the 2nd penalty of the game for Robbie Rebroker. And he will be in the box. OU will end up on the power play here.
Yeah, some chirping
the
there.
1-0 lead.
Some chirping there on the ice. starting getting into the mind games.
Well, we're going to be 4-on-4 because Carr's going to enter the box here for OU. And they're still chirping at each other from the opposing penalty boxes.
Yeah, the linesman's telling them to keep it to themselves there.
That's a gentle phrasing of it.
Yeah, they're going at it there in the penalty boxes. But we'll go 4-on-4 here. Players still arguing in front of the penalty boxes. As head coach Arvanitis for the Sooners just telling his players to settle down here. As UCO chants, Phil Arctic Edge. So if you're the Sooners, you get the 4-on-4 after thinking you might get a power play. You get some more open ice, but Sky, what can they do differently to extend this lead? We're just still looking at some stuff.
Oh, UCO's going to have another one in the penalty box. Number 44, Carter DeMello, also in the box for UCO here.
It's going to be a 5-on-4 for the Sooners.
Yes, it will be. Oklahoma power play here for 2 minutes with 3 players in the penalty box. 3.5 minutes into the second period, and they'll get the face-off in the attacking zone and have a chance to extend their lead to 2.
Yeah, it's Carter DeMello, Rebroker, and then Ryan Carr in the box for the Sooners. Tristan Glass going to be going up against Sam Sykes. So we're still shouting in front of the penalty boxes. For those not in the know, the penalty boxes are directly below our commentary booth, so we kind of hear everything that gets said down there. Nonetheless, we'll get things going. Again, 4-on-3 for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Maybe 5-on-4 here for this one. Left that 4th man on the ice here for UCO with those 3 penalties.
It's been a penalty-filled series. You can expect that.
Yep.
And that trend continuing once again here in Arctic Edge as they have to just go for the power play on the internal scoreboard. But still a 4-on-3. Sooners come away with the face-off. No, they don't. Sebastian Doucette for the UCO, able to clear it over to Kagan. And Kagan's going to have to go for a skate here. Get his fellow lineman settled in. As Brendan Wolf just trying to get it back to Kagan, and he does. Kagan finds Tristan Glass. Glass getting pestered by Sykes. Glass again with the puck. Just trying to make his way through the neutral zone, but UCO is not making it easy. And Mike Amala.
They'll get him for offsides there.
Yeah, I was going to just kind of get his foot over the blue line there, and the linesman had that red all the way.
Yeah, Monticelli just had 1 foot on the wrong side of the line, and that's going to be an offsides on Oklahoma. 1:30 still left in the power play. Sooners coming fresh off their first goal, looking for number 2.
Yeah, and Tristan Glass on the face-off again with Sam Sykes. Glass comes away with it over to Kagan. Kagan will take his time here as his forwards give him some space to work with, but not enough. Kagan comes away with the puck yet again. He's able to find Caden Martin. Martin hung up on the boards a little bit, looks for the slot pass, not able to find it. And Monticelli tripped up, but no call. Sooners want a call, they're not going to get it. And it looks like we'll get a stoppage here. Yes, we'll get a tripping penalty on UCO.
Sam Sykes getting into it down there for UCO. Had the stick in the OU bench for a moment, and the ref had to rip it away from him.
Yeah, I think Sam Sykes is going to go to the box. So we have 3 UCO skaters.
Not sure we can fit that many people in the penalty box.
And it's going to be a 4-on-2, is it not?
I think it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Or 5-on-2.
5-on. Well, you still got Carr in there, so I think it's going to be a 5-on-3. It will be. 1:10 a 5-on-3, and then it'll be a 50-second 5-on-4 normal OU power play.
It's a 5-on-3. So 5-on-3 for the Sooners. They got plenty of ice to work with here, but they're not able to win the faceoff, and Henson's just going to cover up. We'll get ready to go here again. Carson Spear on the faceoff for the Sooners. Going up against Sebastian Doucette. Doucette wins it, gets us back to the Sooners rather. Nate Payne takes his time with it, dances the blue line, gets the pass over to Narvaez. Back to Payne, over to Spear. Spear, quick shot, finds Henson.
Another great save there from Henson, coming out clutch so far. 2 quick saves on this power play.
Yeah, Sooners not able to get much traffic in front of the net just yet. So far in this game, Henson's had some relatively easy saves for the most part. That Amala goal obviously had some traffic, but you'd like to see a little bit more if you're the Sooners.
Charlie Blake out on the ice for the Sooners, along with Carson Spear, 2 of their leading threats to score goals here as they look to make it a 2-0 game.
Yeah, it's going to be the second power play unit for the Sooners. Gets back to Nate Payne. Nate Payne finds Narvaez. Narvaez surveys. Opts to pass it back to Payne. Payne, quick shot. Gets deflected. Narvaez has to go all the way back. And he does. Finds Spear. Spear with some numbers. Gets Charlie Blake. Not able to keep control of it. Spear again. Waits. Gets back to Payne. Payne has a stick in front of him. Let's be careful where he passes it. Gets it over to Narvaez. Narvaez over to Bacom. Bacom into the slot, and that shot just works its way wide. Here's Payne again. Takes the puck, takes his time. Surveying. Shot from Narvaez, that one into the padding of Henson. And that puck makes its way all the way back out to Grayson Payne yet again. And here come the Sooners yet again. Payne with 2 fresh bodies on the ice, and that stick is going to get lifted. Looks like Caden Martin might have lifted the stick of Ducey. And Caden Martin's going to go to the penalty box like for a stick lift or something.
This is going to be 47 seconds of 4-on-4, followed by 1 minute and 10 on the power play for UCO after that 4-on-4 action. So a little bit of open ice here for both teams, and it'll be a face-off in the UCO attacking end as they look to even it up. 4 goals scored last game, but as we sit almost halfway through the second period, none so far tonight for the Broncos.
Sebastian Ducey on the face-off. Going up against Carson Spear for the Sooners. Spear's able to win it. He finds Kagan. Kagan just takes it around the net. Just trying to get a UCO body off of him, and he does. Works his way through the neutral zone. Is able to find a streaking Carr, who just dumps it in. Cervantes able to find Ducey. Ducey over to Bishop. Bishop taking his time, just trying to find some open ice, but he ends up just getting it right over to Ryan Carr, who springs Charlie Blake. Blake with the shot, that one into the pad of Henson, who just deflects it. Bishop again, dumps it back to Ducey. Ducey just trying to work his way through. Ducey with 3 D-men, splits them. Quick shot saved by Payne.
Ducey's always got speed, always a threat for the UCO attack to score.
He's been fast all weekend long. And the Sooners will just opt to dump it in. Josh Henson comes out to play it behind his net. He's going to wait.
4-on-4's over, so UCO is on the power play, and they're going to take their time here to try to build an attack from the back line.
Yeah, here's Frank Mondi. Mondi with some speed. Opts to go around the defense. It works. Carson Glass able to clean it up, though. Glass into the corner. Gets it back to Redmond for UCO. UCO with some time and space. Back to Mondi. Blake Swearingen just trying to keep UCO in the back of the boards there behind Payne, and they do. Just killing precious time off this UCO power play. The puck's still jammed up against the boards. Sooner bench cheering for it, and it eventually comes wide. Back over to DeMello. DeMello gets it over to Wilson. Wilson getting hung up against Carson Glass, and they both go down. Excuse me. Finding Redmond in the neutral zone. UCO's got to get set up again as their power play dwindles. And we are back to even strength hockey here at Arctic Edge. DeMello just opts to dump it in. It's going to go by Brendan Wolf and find Caden Martin for the Sooners. Martin back on the ice after that penalty. UCO's going to take it. Connor Homan. Homan dumps it in. Finds Young. Hung up with Wolf. And then Josh Bishop. That shot into the slot, not able to find anybody. Caden Martin working his way back into the neutral zone for the Sooners, just trying to accumulate anybody he can with him. He's still going. Looking for the wraparound, not able to find it. That puck gets deflected up beyond Ryan Carr. And Alex Kagan's got to go all the way back. and work at it again. Cervantes for UCO just trying to find it. He can't just yet. Homan in with Martin. Behind the net yet again. Here's Cervantes. Only able to find Griffin Joy. He puts the shot on. Henson able to save it. Good shot opportunity there from Griffin Joy. He's been a little quiet in this game, but that was a good look.
We've seen 1 or 2 chances from him, including one right there. That was a pretty good shot. It was just a good save by Henson to get out in front of it.
Yeah, he had a tight glove up in the top of that post crossbar area of the net. So he was ready for that shot all the way.
16 shots for the Sooners, 9 for UCO, currently showing on the Arctic Edge scoreboard.
Nate Payne wins the faceoff. Push out by Bacom. That goes up into the venting system here at Arctic Edge.
Up there, yeah. It's made of the, talking about this in a previous game, but it's very soft heating pipe up there. So it takes the pucks and keep going.
Face off again for the Sooners. They're not able to win it. Goes back to Frank Mondi for UCO. Finds Rebroker. Rebroker not able to carry it. And that puck gets in the hands of Sam Sykes. Sam Sykes not able to hold on to it. The Sooners dump it out again, but not quite far enough. UCO with some time and space. They get it over to Mondi, who plays it back to Davidson. Davidson stretched past to Bacom. Bacom just opts to dump it in. Find another Sooner, and he finds Davidson yet again. Working its way back to Rebroker. Rebroker not able to play it. Finds Stuckey. Stuckey just dumps it in, but it gets blocked. Absolutely hit a brick wall there. There's Kagan. Shot into the slot, not able to get deflected on target. Narvez dumps it in behind the net. Sam Sykes for UCO plays it over to Young, who gets his pocket picked by Narvez. Sam Sykes to the rescue for UCO. UCO still with the puck. Sooners not able to get a piece on it just yet. Cole Stuckey able to get a hand on it. He finds Caden Martin in their own zone. Martin with some speed finds a stretched Tristan Glass, just trying to get some bodies with him yet again. That shot deflected up high. Finds Ryan Carr. He paws it down. That quick shot. Loose in the crease. Shot saved again. Shot saved. It's in. Caden Martin pesters Josh Henson and finds the second Sooner goal of the night.
Second goal of the series for Caden Martin, too. Looked like it might have just gone off the back of Henson and deflected in.
We'll take a look here. Sooners getting set up. You'll see Martin. He gets 3 shots on him. And that last one there, just getting behind a falling Josh Henson. And the Sooners go up 2-0 here.
It's a good start for the Sooners, but the Sooners are up 2-0 last game, ultimately fell 4-2. They can't get ahead of themselves. They've got to play solid defense if they want to hold this lead to the end.
Yeah, if you recall, Sky, OU letting 4 unanswered goals go in after their 2-goal lead. 2-goal lead, hardest one to defend in hockey. But Sooners off to a great start. Quick shot, not able to find the back of the net. Ooh, that was Charlie Blake. Sooners
net move there.
Got to get a penalty. So we get some pushing and shoving here. Brendan Wolf going at it with the UCO player. Anata. And the lineman breaks them up. But Amala's going to go to the to the penalty box. UCO is going to get a power play. Looks like that was a tripping penalty on Mike Amala, the first goal scorer here in this game.
Well, UCO's going to have one in the box, too. That is Muhammad Ananda in the box for UCO.
Yeah, I believe it's a...
Oh, OU's got 2 in the box. Brendan Wolf is in there, too.
Yeah, it's for fighting. It's not going to... I think it's still just going to be an OU power play.
Gotcha.
We'll wait and see on the scoring officials and the referees to make a call.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on the call there between Ananda and Wolf. That would make sense if it was fighting.
Just waiting for an update here from our score officials. Referee's still talking it over. And we wait.
Need to get these refs some megaphones so we can hear it up above the scoring table.
I know. See, it looks like we've come to a conclusion below us.
It's going to be a UCO power play, looks like here. 5 on 4.
UCO power play after Mike Amala tripped up a player. I might have said OU power play by mistake. I meant UCO. Hogan on the faceoff for the Broncos going up against Carson Glass. Glass able to win it. Finds Ryan Carr, who finds Sam Sykes, who's not able to skate. Carson Glass with some space. Quick shot. Finds Henson.
Henson covers it up once again there for UCO.
It's a very quick look there from the Sooners. Carson Glass just trying to get on the jump. He's able to beat Sam Sykes, who falls down, but Henson with the save.
I will say, if it's a good sign for OU, Josh Henson allowing 4.5 goals a game on the season, so Oklahoma will look to exploit that weakness.
So the Sooners going to get a shorthanded offensive face-off.
Payne only allowing 2.8 in contrast.
And UCO will come away with it. Sam Sykes has Dusate and Rebroker. Sykes through the neutral zone with some speed, finds Dusay. Dusay hung up on the boards with some Sooners, and that puck gets launched back into the neutral zone and back over into Ryan Carr, who finds a breakaway chance. That shot not able to come through. Sooners trying to get something going shorthanded, but it ends up back in the stick of a UCO player. Dusay just opts to dump it in. It's been an aggressive penalty kill for the Sooners as they look to go on offense again. Ryan Carr's got time and space, and Tristan Glass to his side. Ryan Carr, quick shot. Henson save. And UCA comes away. Dusay gets it back to another Sooner who opts to dump it in. So it's been a Sooner penalty kill. It's been...
Whoa! There was a bit of a stick check there in the back of Josh Bells from a UCO player that I don't think the ref saw. Colin Hogan.
Frank Mondi just dumps it into DeMello. Blake Swearingen's going to have to take his time with it. It's a delay. The power play, and he does. Frank Mondi able to recuperate for UCO. And this power play dwindles down, 36 seconds remaining on it. Finds Redmond. Redmond with some speed. Tries to split the D. He's not able to. Gets set up. DeMello. DeMello, quick shot behind Payne. Mitchell Wilson. Wilson dumps it back to I believe that's Mondi. That quick shot into the crease. Not able to find anybody. And the Sooners clear it. 15 seconds left on this power play. The Sooners getting it done so far. Frank Mondi for UCO. He's got Redmond to his side. He's got Mitchell on his other side. Mondi, quick shot in on Payne. That rebound, a juicy one at that, but not able to find anybody. And that'll be the end of this power play. Mike Amala coming out of the penalty box. And the Sooners just trying to get it clear here if they can. Redmond trying to keep it in.
That stick down in the middle of the ice is kind of interfering with the UCO attack here.
Yeah, it's not really able to pick it up just yet. UCO still with it, though. Sooners not able to get the change. As DeMello just pestering every Sooner he can. And eventually UCO is going to get some bodies off, but Sooners still out there. We've been out there since the penalty kill. Here's Amala trying to get something going. He has Blake. Blake trying to get something going. You can just tell they're so tired. Amala not able to get a shot off. He gets absolutely bodied behind the play. Sooner bench yelling at him to get up. Charlie Blake shot into the crease. No one able to find it. Amala comes away with it. Amala, quick shot. Goes wide. Kagan near the blue line. Quick shot deflected by Homan. Back over to Carr. Picks the pocket. Picks the pocket again. Looks like we're going to get an offsides or maybe potentially a penalty.
Maybe a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty from Ryan Carr. We'll see what the call is here. Slashing call on Ryan Carr. So Sooners having to go on the penalty kill yet again here. Did a good job in that first one. They're able to just kind of keep any and all UCO offense away from the net. See if they can do it again.
7:10 left on the power play for the Oklahoma. Or not for 7:10 left in the period. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, you're
I need
good.
some Arctic Edge hot chocolate after this.
Yeah, I do too. Charlie Blake on the faceoff for the Sooners, able to win it, and that puck just gets cleared down by Nate Payne. Josh Henson behind his net. Waits for his players to come greet him, and they do. Frank Mondi with Wilson on his side. Gets it over to Wilson. Mitchell Wilson dumps the puck in behind the OU defense. Nate Payne in on it. And that puck just not moving an inch behind the boards, eventually coming loose. Sooners are going to come away with it. Brendan Wolf just dumps it out. Josh Henson yet again having to recover this puck. It's Frank Mondi, Redmond, and Mitchell trying to get some speed going here. They got time, they got space. They use it well. Big hit at center ice there, and still with the puck is UCO. Mitchell able to try to get it back into the slot. He does. No one home, though, and that puck gets cleared yet again.
Minute 7 left on the power play here for UCO.
Here's Sam Sykes. He's got Rebroker. He's got Duce. Sykes again, just trying to take every inch of the ice that he can, but the OU's doing a good job at just keeping him to the sides. Hogan back over to Sykes. That shot blocked up front by Griffin Joy. Another shot. Works its way in, and UCO scores. Looks like it's going to be Josh Bishop for UCO. That puck just kind of dancing its way behind Grayson Payne. Another weird one for the Sooners to let in.
That's not the first one this series that we've just kind of seen weirdly slip its way past Payne when it initially looked to be saved.
We'll see how the Sooners respond here. But if you recall in game one, similar thing happening to Brendan Forden where puck just kind of, like, the rebound was available.
It was Payne for game one because Forden was out of the game by that point.
Yeah. So second time, Payne's let kind of a weird one slip by. We'll go back to even strength hockey here. Payne unable to win the faceoff. Finds Homan. Homan over to Cervantes. Cervantes dumps it in. Gets the puck back again. Davidson tries to pester him. And Duce just gets it past Stuckey. Brendan Wolf for the Sooners. Gets it over to Stuckey yet again. Stuckey trying to stay away from a board battle, and he does. Gets over to Brendan Wolf. He finds an OU forward. Over to Nate Payne. That puck almost hitting Tristan Davidson in the head, but he's got some speed. Trying to take on a body. Not quite able to come away with the puck. Homan for UCO comes away with it. And now Hogan comes away with it. And here goes UCO, numbers the other way. 3-on-1 developing. Redmond with the shot. Save. Saved by Grayson Payne. The net's going to come off, and we're going to get some fighting here. Looks like Stuckey and Redmond going at it there in the corner.
A couple players involved. Refs got someone in a tackle. Might have been Wolf down there, I believe.
It might be Wolf, and it looks like Hogan. Redmond kind of pushed the net there on his way down. I don't think it was quite intentional. It looks like he was just kind of falling into it, but whenever you hit the net like that, you're going to draw some attention. Nonetheless, the refs get things separated. We'll continue. What a sequence of events, though.
See if we get
3-on-1 developing by UCO there.
Yeah, we'll see if we get any penalties as a result of that. Don't think we will. Everyone's going to stay out as the refs get the net readjusted here for Grayson Payne. Back on the pegs, and we'll stay 5-on-5.
5:14 left to go here. OU up 2-1.
There's a Saquon Barkley jersey behind the goal. Sorry, just noticed that.
No, that's funny. We've seen some weird jerseys. There's a Philadelphia Flyers jersey. We're nowhere near Philadelphia. We're in Oklahoma. But hey, just got to support your team.
Jordan Love back there, too.
UCO comes away with it, barely, and they've got it. Quick shot, that one wide of Payne. Charlie Blake in to retrieve it. He's got UCO with him. Now Amala with some speed, trying to beat the puck battle. He does. Going behind the net of Henson. That shot into the slot. Charlie Blake, quick shot, saved by Henson. And we'll get some pushing and shoving here.
UCO player goes down there. That's number 28, Christopher Young. Came in with a late hit on Charlie Blake, and then Mike Amala gave him the stick.
And we'll see what happens here, yeah. Christopher Young still down on the ice. We'll see what comes of it. As the UCO trainer is going to go out there and tend to him. We'll go ahead and step aside.
Happy about that one.
We'll go ahead and step aside for a moment while UCO gets things sorted there, but we'll be back here in a moment. So Christopher Young making his way off the ice. Might have caught a stick up high there. Several amounts of chirps being thrown towards each bench down below us, but Young able to skate back up on his own power we'll get going here again. It's never good when you get a stick up high like that.
No penalties as a result of that.
I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but it didn't look like penalty worthy from what we could tell. Josh Bell's on the faceoff for the Sooners.
UCO.
He'll go up against Sam Sykes for UCO. Even strength here. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Bell's going to win it. Quick shot by Glass. Not able to find anybody. Rebroker trying to handle the puck, and he does. Finds DeMello. DeMello has a one-on-one developing. DeMello trying to get anything going. Quick shot. That one caught all sorts of sticks up in front. Sam Sykes trying to find a feed. He can't. Ryan Carr for the Sooners is going to go for a little bit of a skate here. Ryan Carr makes his way to the middle. Tries to deke out a player. He can't. Sam Sykes now for UCO goes the other way. Sykes with some speed. He's got 3 defenders, and he can't get through either of them just yet. We're going to get a penalty here on OU. Tripping penalty. Going to go against the Sooners. And we'll see who goes to the box here. I believe that was Carr.
It looked like a trip.
Or correction, it's not Carr. We'll see who goes to the bench here. It's going to be Nate Monticelli. Will go to the box for the Sooners. UCO will get another power play here in this second period. Another opportunity for the Sooners power kill, essentially, is what it is or has been. To take its opportunity to get something going.
4:19 left in the second period. 2 of those are going to be on this UCO power play here from their attacking end.
Nate Payne on the faceoff. He's going to go up against Hogan. Cullen Hogan for UCO. Hogan wins it. And that puck works its way back out to Henson. So UCO not able to get anything going there on that first faceoff. They'll regroup here. Sam Sykes. Sykes hits the Jets. Works his way through neutral zone. He's got numbers going the other way. Has Ducey. Ducey, quick shot into the slot. Not able to find anything. Hogan has to come back and regroup. Here's Bishop. Bishop dishes it in. Finds Nate Payne. And then Carson Glass, who just hits it out yet again. The Sooners penalty kill. Working numbers here to keep UCO from getting any shots on net.
And UCO, as often on the power play, will look to build from the back. They've got 2 players up. Going to march 3 from the back line and look to find a hole in the Sooner attack. There they go.
Yeah, Tristan Glass losing a stick. Here's Ducey. So Tristan Glass without his stick for the Sooners. Sam Sykes surveys the point, takes a quick shot. That one finds the pass of Grace Payne. Another shot finds the back of the net. Carter DeMello. And UCO ties it up here. We'll take a look at the replay. So UCO just completely set up on the point. Sam Sykes goes for the first shot, and there was a juicy rebound for Carter DeMello, who just puts it behind Grayson Payne, ties up this game late in the second period.
UCO's leading goal scorer, Carter DeMello, getting that one tied up. 17th goal on the season for him.
And that UCO crowd, it was never silent, but maybe a little bit deterred at the beginning of the second period is well within the game.
They were jumping for joy over there.
Sooners just need to look. We talked about it last game. Sooners just need to look to stay out of their own head, not shoot themselves in the foot here. But they lose the initial face-off draw. Homan dumps it in past Payne. Sooners look to dump it around Amalo, just trying to play it, and he can't. UCO trying to avoid an offsides, and they don't. Here's Charlie Blake with some speed into the slot. Quick shot by Carr, not able to find anything. Kagan tries to keep it in. He can't just yet. Charlie Blake tries to dump it in. He also can't keep it in. And Redmond works it back out to the neutral zone. Sooners regather. Ryan Carr gets over to Carson Spear. Finds another UCO player, and that puck works its way behind Grayson Payne. Sooners just looking to stabilize the ship here and get something going into this third period. Here's Mike Amala. He'll go in on the forecheck with Frank Monty. He gets kind of tripped up there, not able to amount anything. Carson Spear with some space. Slot feed just finds UCO players, and here they come going the other way. Josh Bishop with the feed to Anada. Anada not able to find anything. And another glove save by Grayson Payne.
Big love save there by Payne, taking away the opportunity from UCO's second leading scorer, Cullen Hogan, on that one.
Yeah, it was a really good shot by Anada. Almost looked like he had Payne beat on that glove side. Payne able to get over at the last second and make the save. But the Sooners defense letting some cracks slip through a little bit. We'll see if they can deter this offensive push from the Broncos. So Hogan's going to get ejected. In goes Ducey for UCO. And the Sooners come away with it. Just Tristan Glass with some speed. Has Martin. Martin dumps it in. Tries to get it back to Glass, and he can't. Sooners have to go the other way and recuperate. Here's Cole Stuckey. Dumps it just into Sebastian Ducey. And now UCO's trying to get a forecheck going. Ducey still with it. And he gets hung up behind the boards. Cole Stuckey in to retrieve it for the Sooners. Gets over to Martin. Martin hung up by Mitchell Wilson. Still hung up there. Martin comes away with it. Gets that puck out and behind Grayson Payne. Now Tristan Glass into the boards. And that puck working its way loose. Hogan's going to get tripped up there, and we're going to get a penalty. Yet another penalty on Caden Martin and the Oklahoma Sooners.
It'll be another power play for the Broncos. This one, instead of giving them the chance to tie the game, could give them the chance to take the lead away.
Yeah, and Martin just kind of fell into that Bronco there. It was a tripping. There's no way around that, but just the fact that the way it happened was kind of odd. I don't think it was that intentional, and some frustration being aired out on the Sooner bench. So Sooners on another penalty kill here, trying to avoid UCO taking the lead here in Arctic Edge. Tristan Glass on the faceoff. He'll go up against Carter. I believe that's Carter Demelo. Can't quite see the number just yet. For Sam Sykes. And we'll regroup here. Tristan Glass waiting things out. And the Sooners come away with it. Alex Kagan dumps it in unintentionally into the crease of Grayson Payne, who has to make the save. I don't think that's what they drew up on the playbook.
No. They would have liked to get a better shot on net. That one just kind of weakly dribbled towards his glove, and it wasn't much of a challenge for him at all.
So we'll get set to go again here. Sooners winning the faceoff yet again. Mitchell Wilson getting pestered by Alex Kagan, and now UCO's got the puck. Tristan Glass going into the boards. He's able to come away with it. Sooners trying to go shorthanded. Here's Ryan Carr. He's got both Glass brothers on the ice with him. Carson Glass trying to go his way around the net, not able to. Finds his brother and gets it back to Alex Kagan. Kagan, who's been just putting in the mileage on defense in this game for the Sooners.
Both Kagan and Carr, especially with McDonald out for the game, that's one less body you have on defense if you're OU.
Absolutely. Here's the most recent goal scorer, DeMello for UCO. Gets it over to Wilson. Back to DeMello yet again. Here's Frank Mondi. Mondi able to get things set up. Quarterback the power play. Over to Redmond. Redmond looking for the shot. Not able to find it. Gets back to Mondi. Mondi quick shot. Almost deflected in, but not quite. The Sooners will look for the clear, and they force UCO back into the neutral zone. Here's Redmond. Redmond surveying, just trying to find a way through this OU defense. Here's Redmond trying to go into the crease. He can't get it just yet. That puck loose. Sooners come away with it. And Sebastian Ducey for UCO is able to regather. It's that penalty time winding down here. 40 or so seconds remain. And Hogan get that puck over to Ducey. Ducey trying to get it to Sam Sykes. He can't. And now here's Redmond. And that will be the end of the second period. So it's all tied up here at Arctic Edge. After a quiet first period, it was an onslaught of goals from both teams. We are all tied up going into this final frame.
Onslaught of goals, onslaught of penalties. It was an active period. We saw a lot of face-offs, a lot of stoppages in play, and a lot of aggressive play as well.
Absolutely. We'll break it all down for you going into the second intermission report. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us on OU Hockey TV.
Welcome back, Sooner fans, to the OU Hockey TV Intermission Report. Darby alongside Elijah and Sky. Like we said in the first intermission report, a back-and-forth battle was had in period 1, came back to period 2. A back-and-forth battle was had again, but it finished with the Sooners and Broncos both tied with 2 goals. Elijah and Sky, walk me through those 2 goals from the Sooners.
Yeah, I'll do the first one. So the first goal, that was from Micah Mala. He was able to just kind of break through the UCO defense, go right down the center of the slot, and just get a really powerful rocket of a shot. Finds his way past Josh Henson, puts the Sooners up 1-0.
Caden Martin got the second one of the Sooners. It was a great shot for him. He's really come alive in this UCO series. Got his second goal of the series right there, and it was a good one for him.
So while we saw those 2 highlights from period 2, the Sooners also gave up those 2 goals to the Broncos. Walk me through those and maybe how those could have been prevented for the following period after that, for period 3.
Yeah, that first one came from Josh Bishop, and it was a bit of an odd one. He kind of pushed the net sort of in a weird way, and I think that puck just kind of bounced past Grayson Payne there. Put UCO back in this one. And then that second goal, I believe that was from Carter DeMello, just kind of slipped by Grayson Payne. It was a pretty harmless shot, and then it was first it was a shot, then there was a rebound chance. So the first shot came from a different UCO player. Grayson Payne got the rebound. That fed Carter DeMello, and then DeMello's shot just kind of bounced in behind Payne.
Just watching those 2 goals, it seems sort of just some tweaks that were done by the Broncos in order to get those 2 goals. And just looking ahead, how do you feel like the Sooners could counteract those 2 goals now that they're tied and going into this final period and maybe coming out with a win?
Well, that Carter DeMello goal was scored on the power play. I think Oklahoma's got to limit the amount of penalties that they take in this period. We saw Oklahoma players in the penalty box more often than we saw them out of the penalty box in period number 2. So if they want to keep the advantage on defense, they got to keep those defenders on the ice.
Perfect. And what are some of those players that you feel like could be the advantage for the Sooners in this final period in order to come out with that win, like I said?
I want to see Blake Swearingen get a little physical. He's been a little quiet. That could be because
he's kind of been holding back a little bit.
I think that's been because of what happened yesterday.
Exactly.
But I'd love to see him kind of do a better job at almost hemming UCO in their own zone. I know he can do it. We've seen him do it. So look to see him step up.
I'm going to say Caden Martin. He scored 2 goals already this series. Got 1 in the game yesterday. Got 1 tonight. Scored half of OU's goals so far. He might have another one here in the third period.
Well, Sooner fans, we are just over 30 seconds away from the final period. So keep it right here on OU Hockey TV.
Thank you, Darby. We're going to get things going here for this third and final frame of this eventful weekend. So as soon as come to the ice, we had Boomer out on the ice on ice skates. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Boomer ice skate, or maybe people have seen a horse ice skate for that matter.
I didn't know horses could ice skate. That's a first.
Yeah. It's always something new in these series. In this case, we learned that a horse can ice skate.
Many Men by 50 Cent playing in Arctic Edge.
Trying to get the crowd in it. See some reactions going on. People starting to kind of recognize it from OU football. We might have a pretty good show. Well, they have a, guaranteed basically entry into the playoffs. Exciting stuff for OU sports. UCO makes their way back onto the ice. And it is tied up here going into this third. Place your bets on what's going to happen. It could be anybody's game. It's just a matter of if OU can stay out of the penalty box and get some shots on net.
We get ready to roll for the third period. UCO will start on the power play. Still 27 seconds left with Caden Martin in the box for the Sooners. He's someone who needs to stay out of the box if he's to contribute on the ice in this third period. And that 27 seconds is going to be a frenzy for UCO to start this third period.
And Tristan Glass will take the face-off for the Sooners alongside his brother Carson Glass and Ryan Carr. They got Kagan in the backfield. And we're underway here in the third period. Alex Kagan looking to retrieve the puck. He's just going to dump it in on target towards Josh Henson. As Rebroker for UCO looks to get things going on this dying moments of this power play. Sam Sykes gets it over to Ducey. Back to Sykes. Over to Rebroker. Rebroker feeds it into Hogan. UCO still with the puck, and they dump it in behind Payne. And that will be the end of that power play for UCO. Not able to get anything going just yet, but they still have time. Quick shot goes around Payne. Sooners look to retrieve it. Mike Amala, fresh out of the box. I'm sorry, not out of the box. Doesn't matter. UCO comes up with it still. Sam Sykes gets it back over to Kagan. Kagan gets it to Carr. And Carr gets it to Glass. Here comes Glass going the other way. Carson Glass has Amala, has Carr, goes to Carr. Carr just trying to get things set up. Sooners in the midst of a line change. And Sooners just getting bodied around there in the middle of the ice. Quick shot from Wolf. That one goes behind the net. Shot from Spear. Looks like Henson might have had it, but he didn't. Spear's still with the puck. He's just going to dump it behind to Amala. Amala finds Charlie Blake at the point. Quick shot from the point. That one goes nowhere. Amala again with the puck. Finds it. That quick shot into the protective padding of Henson. Sooners still in possession. Here's Amala trying to go around. Can't get a shot going. Gets back to Carr. Carr over to Wolf. Wolf the quick shot. Henson with the save.
Glove save there by Henson. Another one. He's really been a factor in this victory or this tie game right now for UCO. Just as Farrer was a factor in the victory last night. Mentioned it a little earlier, but Henson's been allowing 4.5 goals a game on the season, well under that here tonight. Better save percentage than he has. He's coming alive in the rivalry.
Carson Spear going against Sam Sykes. Spear's going to win it. He gets it back to Blake. Blake, quick shot. That one goes wide. Here's Rebroker for UCO. Stuckey just dumps it in on target. Henson not able to do anything. Gets over to Wilson. Wilson gets it up to DeMello. I keep butchering that name. Nonetheless, the Sooners come back with it. Rebroker for UCO. Just trying to keep it in. He's not quite able to. Gets over to Cervantes. Cole Stuckey loses the puck. Gets it over to DeMello. DeMello just trying to find a slot feed. He can't. He's got Sooners all over him. Gets back to Cervantes. That quick shot blocked up in front. Here goes Davidson the other way. Davidson with the breakaway all alone. Shot saved by Henson. What a glove save.
Great save once again. There by Henson continues to shut out the OU attack. They've come out hot here in the third period, trying to find the goal to take the lead here and make the game 3-2.
Yeah, and Davidson's such a fast skater. We talk about it all season long. Just how quickly he's able to turn nothing into something. Prime example of it there. Man, he had nobody in front of him. Sooners on the face-off. Not able to win it, though. It's going to go back to Homan. Over to Mondi. That shot goes into the glass and out. UCO's going to get the icing call. So that puck after the play was dead just kind of worked its way into the net. It's not going to count towards anything.
That puck almost hit our cameraman down there. Very lucky that thing hit the glass.
Yeah, we talked about it before, we don't have protective netting on the side of the ice that we are on, so you got to keep your head on a swivel. Here's Nate Payne. He's able to win the faceoff. Getting up to Swearingen. Swearingen over to Kagan. Kagan dumps it in. Tries to find a Sooner, and he does. Gets back over to Kagan again. They just keep feeding it round and around these boards. It's Davidson. Trying to retrieve it. He can't quite yet. It's Frank Mondi. Finds Homan. Gets up to Josh Bishop. And then eventually into the skates of Alex Kagan, who takes the hit going into the boards. Tristan Davidson trying to go for a skate. He can't quite yet. Frank Mondi there to retrieve the puck. Gets over to Duce. Then to Bishop. Then to Redmond. Going into the boards yet again. Redmond with the puck. Tries to get the shot. He can't. Ends up dumping it over to Bishop. Tristan Davidson goes into the boards. It's been a board battle for the ages on this shift. Shot into the crease of Payne. He's able to turn it aside. Sooners come the other way with it. Here's Tristan Davidson. He's been on the ice for quite some time. And he's going to get the line change he needs. And the icing call.
This has been a bit more of a defensive battle for both teams this game. If you remember, last game in the series yesterday, both teams ended with shot totals in the 40s. As we sit in the third period, only 22 for Oklahoma, 17 for UCO. Less shots on target, a better defensive effort on both sides.
Yeah, it is loud in here, Sky. It's Jeffrey Redmond. Faces off. Gets Payne. Payne's going to win it. Gets back to Kagan, who isn't able to clear it. UCO comes away with it. Amanda, quick shot, saved by Payne.
Took a couple tries for him to get that thing firmly in his glove, but Payne's able to hold on to it there.
Yeah, Payne was quick to get the glove down, but there was a couple opportunities for UCO to get another shot off. Lucky that one didn't come. Boomer Sooner rings out an Arctic Edge. Sooners are going to need it here as they try and hold off this offensive attack by UCO. Sooners trying to come away with it. They can't. Amanda for UCO gets it. Gets over to Redmond. Redmond just trying to find a body. He can't quite get to Amanda. And they all go into the boards here. Getting hung up in the boards. Josh Bell is just trying to pester anybody he can. Sooners going to come away with it. Here's Brendan Wolf. Wolf has a skating Nate Monticelli who gets his pocket picked by Wilson. Wilson over to Amanda. That shot just rockets around the boards. Finds Wilson yet again, taking the long route there. Nate Monticelli coming away with it. Gets up to Griffin Joy. Back to Monticelli, who just dumps it in. Sooners try and get a change going on defense. Garen Narvaez comes out for the Sooners. He'll look to take on Chris Young, who came back in the game, and Nate Monticelli. Carter DeMello with the puck. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson up to Broker, trying to get the tip shot. He can't. Ryan Carr comes up with it. There's Garen Narvaez. Tries to do anything he can. He's able to get it to Caden Martin. Caden Martin has been electric in this series. Just opts to dump it in back to Cervantes. Andrew Cervantes. Gets with Sam Sykes. Here comes Sykes with some speed. Sykes tries to split the D. Not able to just yet, but he has some help from DeBello. DeBello, quick shot. Wide of Payne. And Holman for UCO. Not able to do much with that one as Ryan Carr for OU comes away with it. OU trying to get it cleared, and they do. Let's see if we get an icing call here. And we will not. OU trying to stave it off, and they do. Ducey comes away with it. Now here comes Josh Bishop. Josh Bishop with his feet. He's got numbers going the other way. Quick shot from Hogan. And saved by Grayson Payne. As a UCO player goes into the netting of Grayson Payne.
5 minutes down already in this third period. It's going quick. We're seeing, I would say, slightly less aggressive play than we saw over the first two periods, but still physical. Both teams in the locker room during that second intermission, I think, made it a point to try and clean up some of the penalties and some of the play that we saw in the second period, and that is evident here so far in the third.
Here's Young. That shot blocked by Wolf or Mala. Mala's got numbers. Mala's got time. He's got space. He's got everything going for him, but not a shot. That shot from Spear, loose in the crease. Spear still has time. Quick shot again. Josh Henson not able to come up with it. Sooners still have the puck, and that puck is loose. Hogan able to clear it, and man, that was a close call if you are UCO. Sooners going to be offsides, and some protests will amount because of it.
Whatever the situation was, that will be an offside from Oklahoma. They'll have to restart this from just outside the attacking zone. They were looking to try to build up a quick chance there. Not going to be able to, and UCO will get a line change in here.
Yeah, Carson Spear not happy with that call. We don't I'm not really able to see that line very well to tell, but nonetheless, we keep playing. Wilson for UCO just tries to clear it. He gets up to Redmond. Redmond, quick shot on Payne. He makes the glove save.
Nice glove save there to keep that one out of the net. Payne coming up big, trying to redeem himself from the 3 goals conceded last game and get this win for the Sooners.
Yeah, and not to mention, so many of the shots in this game have come on just kind of wide open chances. Some have found the back of the net, some haven't. But if you're either team here, maybe getting a screen going. We haven't seen many screens. Anything you can to just try and shake up the defense and get a goal in.
And time's starting to run down here for both teams, and as the time runs down, the pressure only going to ramp up on both sides as OU looks to grab another win over UCO.
Ryan Carr in on the boards with Amand. That puck making its way loose to Carson Spear. Now the Sooners are going to regather. Here's Ryan Carr with some time and space. Tries to feed Spear, but he's not able to. And UCO is going to get the icing call.
It was an attempted pass there that just didn't end up working out, and that'll ultimately be the icing as it just slipped all the way past really everyone for OU down behind the red line.
Yeah, we've seen Spear try and go for those like stretch passes through the neutral zone before. It's worked in the past, just not able to come up with anything just yet.
Couldn't hold on to the puck there in order to actually get that attack moving.
I was just going to say, OU leading in the shot department 23-20 right now. We'll see how that tilts the tides here. Carson Spear on the face-off going against Sam Sykes. And it looks like Sykes is going to win it, but barely. He's able to get back up on his feet, but he's getting just pelted into the boards by multiple Sooners, and Kagan comes away with it. Here goes Alex Kagan. Finds Charlie Blake. Blake over to Amala. Amala with some time. Quick shot, not in. Now here comes UCO the other way. Rebroker. Rebroker up to Sykes. UCO's got time and space. Big hit by Sam Sykes. And we're going to go the other way with the puck. OU gets a line change and some time to breathe. Homan for UCO. Almost gets his pocket picked, but he's able to hold on to the puck. As Carson Spears tries to pester him, but he's just not able to. Homan tries to feed it, gets intercepted by Tristan Davidson. Davidson tripped up, no call. And the puck's going to go the other way with it. Nate Payne trying to get some speed going if he can. Try and beat that puck battle, and he does. Frank Mondi for UCO comes away with it, though. He just dumps the puck out, and that finds Blake Swearingen, the big man, who dumps it over. And OU tries to enter the zone cleanly, and they do.
Qualcomm is hounding these UCO defenders down there behind the red line.
Yeah, he's been all over.
Now Davidson's on it.
It's been all over. Here's Tristan Davidson, quick shot into his fast. Not able to come up with it there. That puck getting deflected up into the air after Qualcomm's shot.
It was almost like he was fielding a pop fly there. Just came right down into his glove.
May not be baseball season, but doesn't mean you can't take inspiration from it.
Center fielder.
But we'll look forward to going here. Josh Bell is on the face-off. He's going to be going up against Jeffrey Redmond for UCO. Sooners able to come away with it. Josh Bell is going into the boards. He's got Monticelli with him. He gets tripped up there a little bit. That puck's still on the boards, and that comes wide. UCO going to try to get to it if they can, and they cannot. Kagan works the blue line. Dumps the puck back in. Over to Bells. Bells, again, against the boards where he's been since that face-off circle. And the puck's still on the boards. Not really moving much here. Charlie Blake on the ground for a moment. He's able to get back up to his feet and has the puck, but he gets intercepted. Still has the puck. And here come the Sooners if they can get to it. Quick shot, saved by Henson. We'll get some pushing and shoving after the play. Looks like Monticelli and Bells going to go out with Redmond. We'll see what comes of this one. More pushing and shoving, though, in front of the net of Josh Henson.
Refs, as always tonight, quick to break it up.
So we'll see if the refs decide to call anything. It looks like Muhammad Anada, or correction, no one's going to the boxes. Looked for a second there like UCO might get somebody in the box, but it looks like they're not going to. We'll get ready to go here again. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Sooners. Aren't able to come away with it. Here's Homan. Dumps it over to Spear. Spear, and another board battle. He goes down. Kagan able to come away with it. Kagan, quick pass over to Ryan Carr. Ryan Carr dekes at the defender, but it's going to be offsides.
11:27 left, and we are only going to see the pressure, and we're only going to see the physicality ramp up as this game meets its conclusion. This is the biggest game of the season, really, for both teams, aside from when these two teams play each other again in the winter. So this is a huge one. You get bragging rights for the next 2 months. Yeah.
UCO looking to sweep the series. OU looking to tie it up. They can't just yet with that face-off win by UCO. They got some speed going the other way. Here's Frank Mondi with Sam Sykes. Some pushing and shoving behind the play as Ryan Carr comes up with the puck. Over to Kagan, and then over to Amala, who gets bumped into by Rebroker, but Amala still with the puck, trying to get some speed going. Tries to nutmeg. He does nutmeg the defender, but it's picked up by Sam Sykes. Now UCO tries to get a pass. Not able to just yet, but it comes back to Homan. And we're going to get some pushing and shoving here. Josh Bells looks like he has a stick caught. Wants a whistle, isn't going to get it. And we keep playing here as Nate Monticelli gets bumped into. Josh Bells goes down again. UCO's going the other way. They dump that puck, go for the line change. Here's DeMello, and he gets his pocket picked by the Sooners. But, man, that was a weird turn of events.
Rebroker gave a stick to the neck of Charlie Blake, and I'm shocked no official saw it about a minute ago.
Yeah, no, they'll let that one go. We'll see what else happens. Here's Wilson for UCO. He's got some speed, the defender. Gets it over to Bishop. Bishop, quick shot, saved by Payne. That one goes wide of the net. And there's a yard sale behind that. Quick shot, score. UCO. Cullen Hogan takes the lead with 10 minutes to spare. We'll take a look here at the replay. We're able to get to it. It's a little late, but yeah, Hogan just celebrating there. That shot slipping by Payne. Didn't really have anybody in front of him. That shot just going 7-hole on Grayson Payne to give UCO the lead. Yet again, three unanswered goals.
Second leading scorer for UCO is Cullen Hogan. Their leading scorer and their second leading scorer, both getting ones in the back of the net so far today.
Caden Martin, quick shot, loose in the crease, save, Ensign. Sooners almost getting a chance there. Martin, that shot by Martin was loose for a moment. And you saw Carson Spear just trying to, or Brennan Wolf rather, trying to just work at it. Not able to get anything to go home. Garen Narvez with the face-off. Not able to come away with it. Homan for UCO, holds up Martin. Martin trying to get things moving, and he can't. He's going to have to call in some help. But help's not going to come. Here comes Redmond the other way. He dumps it in. It's Ryan Carr just trying to get some help if he can get it. He's able to get some speed and some space. He'll make his way into the neutral zone. He's got Martin on his side. Tristan Goss behind him. He splits the D. Not able to get much further than that, though. A quick shot dump in. Saved by Henson. Garen Narvez trying to just get a forecheck established. Back to Carr. Carr, quick shot deflected. No one home. Back to Carr again. Carr looks for the shot. Wide, but deflected in and not close enough. Second shot chance. Puck is still loose. It comes back out to Carr for a second time. Over to Glass. Glass, quick shot. Deflected and wide. Caden Martin. Back to Carr. Carr, look for another shot. That one deflected, but not in. Tristan Glass, another shot. Also deflected, but still not in.
Pressure's on.
And Henson forming a brick wall for this OU offense. Carr, another quick shot. Cleaned up by UCO. UCO coming away with it, and they will. Sebastian Ducey. He's got Anada. He's got Redmond. Quick shot blocked by Swearingen, who gets his big body in the way of the puck. Anada with it. Tag teamed. He's got Redmond. Quick shot from the point, not able to find anything. And Wolf just opts to dump it back. He's got Mitchell Wilson, who was looking for a one-timer, not able to get it. That shot deflected by Grayson Payne. And here come the Sooners. Blake Swearingen, slow to get it going, but he gets it out and away. Shot behind the play there. Skylar Bachom, service, gets pocket pick, quick shot, no one home. Mitchell Wilson gets over to Rebroker. Rebroker can't get anything going just yet. He's got Sooners around him. Davison, quick shot. And just shot loose. No one home just yet. Sooners pestering that shot into the crease. No one able to capitalize. Here comes Carter Dramello. Gets his pocket picked by Micah Mella, who paws it down. Tristan Davidson trying to get some speed, but he can't. Trying to stay on his feet. And that puck played with a high stick, which will settle things. What a tense sequence of events.
That was a lot of pressure from Oklahoma. Nothing came of it, but they had several good chances there. Pucks loose in the crease. A lot of opportunities to score a goal, but so far, they're still looking for one here in the third period, and they're running out of time to get one with 7:34 left. Got to dodge any penalties here. They could be killers for you.
They've been, I don't want to jinx, I'm not going to jinx anything. You know what I'm thinking. It's been good so far. Carson Spear on the face-off.
UCO's going to try to draw some, and they got to resist it.
Puck comes back to Ryan Carr. Carr gets up to Charlie Blake, but not good enough for Broker. Dumps it back in. Sam Sykes and Kagan are going to go at it behind the play. A little bit of a board battle. Didn't amount to much, though. Carr again behind the boards. The net, rather. Quick shot through the slot. Finds Spear. Spear almost getting his stick picked, but he doesn't. Spear trying to get some people going. Quick shot. Goes wide. Michael Mala feeding past to Kagan. Kagan looks to dump it in. Quick shot. Rebound. Score! Carson Spear ties it up off a juicy rebound from Alex Kagan. And it's all tied up here at Arctic Edge. We'll see if we can get the replay going. Yeah, so the puck just was loose. See if we get it there. Yeah, we got the celebration. That's all good. Kagan was able to just get that blue line shot to get a rebound. And then Carson Spear with that, like the juiciest rebound you're ever going to see. Hammers it home for the Sooners.
Once again, some late game heroics from Carson Spear. A few games ago against Colorado State, we saw him score that overtime winner. Now, here he is, 7 minutes left in the third period against UCO, and he's tied it up.
He's been all over the ice in this game, and he came up big just now. We'll see what the Sooners can do from here. Garen Narvaez trying to go somewhere, and he can't. Puck comes back in on Payne. Opts to jump it behind his net. Pull Stuckey. Up to Caden Martin. And then Wilson, quick shot in. Payne with all the answers. Jeffrey Redmond dumps it back behind the play. There's Ducey. Ducey getting pestered by Narvaez. Narvaez takes his time. Tries to get it to Martin, not able to. Finds Wilson instead, but Narvaez comes back with it. He's battling a UCO defender. Caden Martin, Garen Narvaez in the boards, and that puck comes into UCO possession. Mitchell Wilson gets up to Josh Bishop. Bishop tries to find Ducey. He can't. Instead finds Alex Kagan, who's just going to look to take this one back as that puck is bouncing all over the ice. Kagan. Sooners come the other way. Here's Tristan Davison with some speed. Davison tries to go around the D. Quick shot. Saved by Henson. UCO ends up tripping up an OU player. And now Homan just trying to get a clear if he can. And then Payne dumps it back in on Henson. Henson opting not to hold on to it. Gets it to Cervantes. Cervantes waits. Lets the players circulate through before he's got some good guys going, and he does. Jeffrey Redmond. Redmond tries to pass it, not able to. He fans on it. Puck still finds its way into the Sooners zone. Ryan Carr finds Payne. Payne feeds Amala. Amala, the first goal scorer for the Sooners, tries to go around the defender. He can't, and UCO comes away with it. Blake Swearingen has Carson Spear to his side, opts to go the other way with it. Skylar Bacham dumps it in. Swearingen again has numbers, got Carson Spear up to Blake. Blake calling for the pass. He got it. Goes around the slot. Can't quite get it to the front of the net. Finds Spear. Back to Blake. Blake, tight angle shot. Blocked out in front. Now Brendan Wolf. Wolf just opts to dump it in. It gets blocked around. Carson Spear takes it for a skate. Finds Wolf again. Wolf over to Spear. Back to Wolf. Sooners just trying to buy some time if they can. Frank Mondi on a race with Charlie Blake. Mondi comes away with it. Mondi going the other way. UCO crowd just trying to get anything going if they can. And they do. Tomo, shot, score!
Number 2 for Carter DeMello on the game.
Carter DeMello puts UCO ahead. And the Sooners have another mountain to climb if they want to come away with this one.
Well, they tied it up once, and now they've got to tie it up all over again. This time they only have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. It's a tall order for the Sooners if they want to grab this victory.
That is the second time Carter DeMello has gotten his way around an OU defender and found the back of the net. Tristan Davison on the bench, firing up his team, telling them to get back in this one. But it's up to Garen Narvaez to win this face-off for the Sooners. Not able to come up with it. Back to Homan. Homan just dumps it back to Payne. Nate Payne. Not to be confused with his brother, Grayson Payne in net. Payne dumps it to Swearingen. Swearingen to Blake. Blake takes his time, finds Caden Martin, who's unable to play it. Gets to Garen Narvaez. Narvaez, quick shot, saved by Henson. Henson deflects it out to Bishop. Gets pestered in the boards. Oh, you give it another way. Quick tight angle shot from Glass, not able to find anything. Another shot from Blake. Swearingen. And now Henson's down in his crease, and we're going to get a whistle here.
The net was moving too. The ref came over to try and hold the net on the pegs. Don't believe that one. I think he got caught up in his legs.
Yeah, if that net moves at all off of its moorings, they're going to call it dead. It doesn't matter if it crossed the goal line. We don't have access to replay from above the net to really see. So refs just take the conservative route with that one. Carson Spear on the faceoff, going up against Hogan. Hogan is able to win the faceoff, but not to draw. Quick shot. Gets blocked out in front by Spear. Ryan Carr takes his time. Finds Charlie Blake. Tries to find Spear, but he can't. Finds Carr again. Ryan Carr entering the zone. He's got options. Tries to take it to the net. Quick shot. Gets deflected out into the boards. Sooners just trying to get anything to the net if they can. Carson Spear, the most recent OU goal scorer, not able to come up with it. And UCO is going to get the clear. Alex Kagan has to reset.
Oklahoma running out of time to get something in here. 3.5 minutes left. Time is now. Pressure is on. Oklahoma needs to go for it.
Yeah, keep an eye on Grayson Payne and net here. Here's Kagan. Going to be offsides.
Yeah, they're going to get that one on Mike Amala there, past the blue line too early.
So a new line's going to come out for the Sooners. We'll keep an eye on Grayson Payne for you as time dwindles down. See if OU can come up with anything to even up the score. Tristan Glass on the face-off. Able to win it. Finds Brendan Wolf and just dumps it in. Homan for UCO. Gets it around, but to another Sooner. And now Anada for UCO. Tries to find it, but Tristan Davidson's the one with the puck. Tristan Glass. All the Tristans on the ice. It's Brendan Wolf. Dumps it back in, almost hitting the linesman there. Skylar Bacham pesters the UCO defense. To his success. He tries to find Nate Payne, but he can't quite yet. Muhammad Anada. Anada with some time, but he's getting his stick lifted. Not able to get the breakaway he may have wanted. Now Tristan Davidson just trying to get that puck away from the net. And they will. Brendan Wolf finds Davidson. Davidson trying to turn on the Jets. He really can't. Now Alex Kagan, who's been on the ice, it feels like every other shift for the Sooners.
To steal a football term with the SEC championship just finishing up, Oklahoma needs to be in the 2-minute drill now. Time is running out.
They're going to need it. Charlie Blake can't quite get the puck. It gets dumped back in by Grayson Payne. Time winding down. 1:54 left to play.
Watch for them to pull Payne here pretty soon. They need a goal.
Charlie Blake over to Kagan. That puck dumped in. Sooners trying to get on the forecheck. Payne's still in his net. Sooners going to slow it down here. Here's Ryan Carr. Goes for the stretch pass and fails. Gets up Charlie Blake. Blake hit up in the neutral zone. Sam Sykes the other way. Up to Bishop. Back to Sykes. Sykes in behind the net with Kagan. Kagan not quite sure where the puck is. Able to find it. Gets it up to Ducey. Ducey. Quick shot in. Payne. Pad save. And Ryan Carr coming the other way. There's Carr. Carr gets blocked out in front.
They're pulling Payne.
Sooner.
6 men on the ice for OU.
And it's an empty net for the Sooners with just about a minute left to play here. Quick shot. Not able to find anything. Carson Spear trying to keep this puck in here. He's got options to pass to. Opts to dump it in. Finds Caden Martin. Martin dumps it back around. Spear. Spear's still holding on to the puck. Finds Payne. Payne going to look for the shot. He can't. Oh, quick shot. Not in. Ryan Carr looks to work it again. Can't, though. Relies on Nate Payne. Nate Payne going to pass the puck. Quick shot from Spear. Spear into the crease. Not quite able to get there. Sebastian Ducey can't get the clear he wants. And Ryan Carr, quick shot. No, he holds. He waits. Still waiting. Carr's going to need a passer if he can find it. He's going to get it. Amala not quite ready for it, though. Time winding down. Quick shot. No one home. And that is going to send OU out of the zone with 8 seconds left. Hayden Martin tries to turn it around. And Amala, quick shot. And that's going to be just about the end of it. As we got a full-on fight.
They're coming out of the UCO bench.
Amala's going at it. And there are bodies everywhere. Hayden Martin and with Anada. And you couldn't ask for a better ending here if you're a hockey fan.
UCO had about 3 different players jump off the bench to go in there.
We'll see who's down on the ice still.
Jeffrey Redmond looked like one of the ones who came out of the bench for UCO, maybe Ananda too.
And the UCO crowd getting into it as UCO comes away with the win, 4-3 on the Oklahoma Sooners. and sweeping the series here in December. That's going to do it for our broadcast here on OU Hockey. Again, final score 4-3 UCO. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back here against UNLV in January. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great Christmas break.